Welcome back to Ball Essential, the wrestling edition. It's your boy Eloading. Y'all still over here. What's going on, bro?
What's up? How we doing? How we doing?
Chilling, man. How you doing?
Same. We got a lot to talk about today.
Yes, sir, we do. First off, we're gonna talk about Survivor Series. We're gonna talk about Raw, and then we're gonna get a little bit of future predictions. We're gonna get out of here. Um, Starting off, we're gonna talk about the first match, which was on the Survivor Series card, which was the Women's War Games match. Um, I don't remember who we had winning.
I think you had damage control. I had the baby faces.
Okay, cool. Um, what were your thoughts on the match, though?
Um,
Obviously, I was wrong about prediction, but
I mean, it was a good way to set it off, just because after all the numbers, it was the largest viewing Survivor Series of all time. So kudos to WWE. I think it was a good idea to start it off. Get the people excited, get the people going, especially with the EO Sky stunt with the trash can, her jumping off the ledge. Basically, WWE did the best they can to get clicks and views and eyes on the product that night. And obviously, they were in competition with another program and they did their job, especially with this match. Um, Everything from that, as well as Bailey taking the pin as well, just to set up more of a tension within the group. And Bailey said in a post game interview, she was wondering where her team was at. Obviously, some trust issues are going to keep going from this match as well. So, just something good to keep, some good highlights and something to keep the story along as well for damage control.
okay. For me, it was a solid, solid B plus match. I think my issue is still gonna be Shotzi. Like I don't understand her character. I don't understand. I don't know what her finisher is, and I didn't really understand. She felt like she was just filler in this match. Like they just needed an extra person. So it was like, well, you've been on TV recently, so we'll put you in here.
And you have history with
Um,
Bailey, so why not?
yeah, it felt a little weird. So, but other than that, like it was a great match. Like you said, this EO Sky spot was great. Um, Bailey going through the table and taking all the bullets for the team, and it ended up eating the pin. Obviously you're right. It's more seeds planted for dissension within damage control. Pretty soon Bailey's gonna turn face, and it's been what she's been a heel since what 2018,
It's been a
19,
while. Yeah.
maybe 17. I don't know. It's been a long time since Bailey was a heel, so it'll be nice to see a change of pace there. As for Kyrie Sane in her first match back, she looked great. Um, the trash can lid spots were great. I'm not gonna lie.
Backhand, front hand,
Every single one had
everything.
me. Every single one had me saying, "Damn, that yeah." Um, I think the only thing that made me mad about Kyrie Sane was her walk to the ring. I don't understand what she was doing there. That ain't make no type of sense to me. I don't know
The
what
robotics.
that was mad weird. But
I think I forgot she was impersonating someone. I forgot who it was though. Yeah, but
I don't know, man. But another good thing that I like, another nice thing I like to see in that match was the fact that Bailey and Charlotte hugged
yeah,
because they had their little history, they had their little issues and whatnot. So to see them and together in a press conference, but like they
right.
essentially put whatever it was behind them and they're starting to move forward again, whether as friends, as acquaintances, associates, whatever.
Tag
But
team champs. Possible.
they said that in the post Survivor Series interview, but like it's not they they need time.
Yeah, I thought one down the road.
Yeah, but yeah, that's all I really had to say about that match. It was nothing special. Bianca was Bianca. Asuka was Asuka. Io was Io. Like they played their role perfectly well, and it was a great match. Um, the second match on the card, which shouldn't have been the second match on the card, which was what was the second match on the card? Gunther and Miz.
Yeah,
Um,
I was surprised too.
I thought Santos and Dragon Lee was going to be the second match on the card, but it was Gunther and Miz. Gunther and Miz. I mean, it's a standard Gunther match, and it's a great match because he's great in the ring. You feel me? It's a great match because Miz was in it as well. Miz can work with anybody at this point. The false finishes, they might have had people really questioning, like, can Miz end this reign, or can Miz end this run? But the real ones knew Gunther's not losing that belt. What were your thoughts on the match? So, like, for me, I'll just say it like it was A minus match. It's a Gunther match. He doesn't miss. But I kind of like it was kind of predictable. I just knew where the title was going. So.
I thought the finish was a little bit off because I felt like the tap was so immediate. I thought the match was gonna go on like a couple more minutes because I don't know if it was like accidental finish or maybe something was wrong with the Miz, but I feel like that the submission at the end, I feel like it was a little bit forced, or maybe like in a rush, because I feel like the ending could have been more natural. I just felt like maybe the Miz got hurt or maybe something happened to make Miz tap out a little bit too quick, but it was like as soon as Gunther applied the lock, Miz was tapping. So I just thought it was a weird finish. I thought the match would go on a little bit longer, in my opinion. But from both sides, like you said, the Miz can work on anybody. They traded a lot of good moves. Miz with his mini high flyer moves as well. Also taking a lot of chops from both sides as well. So yeah, pretty good match. I just didn't like the finish. I was questioning the finish actually. I'd say wouldn't like, but yeah, for me.
All right, yeah, it was a good match. I didn't have a problem with the finish. I thought the match was a little long, honestly. I thought Santos and Dragon Lee should have got a little more time, but yes, like I said, good match, predictable finish. As for the next match that I just mentioned, bless you, Santos and Dragon Lee, which was obviously supposed to originally be Santos and Carlito. Santos took out Carlito on Friday. Dragon Lee stepped in.
Was that storyline or just injury or
Storyline.
Oh.
As for this match, I will say that I see what Triple H did here. He had Dragon Lee build up all of this momentum just to, have somebody for Santos to beat who was meaningful so Santos could put them over. First of all, it was a great match. I already knew they were going to put on a great match. But it was just short. I was expecting it to be a little longer match. I was expecting Dragon Lee to get a little more offense in there. But Santos is a great heel, and he's going to be a great heel in the future. I'm glad he's finally able to showcase it. I do low-key wish that he had the U.S. title instead of Logan at this point to give him a little more definition on this heel run.
Right.
Like, I guess he was around it, so it elevated him anyway. Because, Ray had it, so he was around it. But I think if he beat Ray for the title and then this all happened, then it would be a little more, I don't know. It would be a little more, he'd have a little more push behind him. But I understand what they're doing with the belt for real, so I get it. Dragon Lee's, I hate to say this because I don't like to call anybody the next anything, but Dragon Lee is the next Rey Mysterio for real, if we're being honest. As long as he can just stay healthy and stay out the, he doesn't look like he's not a botch master like Sin Cara. You feel me? So
dude, that was who Sin Cara was supposed to be.
Yeah, I think they actually found the next masked Lucha Libre superstar. So yeah, what are your thoughts on him? What are your thoughts on the match, though?
I completely agree. I thought the match was too short. I thought it was gonna go a little bit longer, but a great peek of what these two performers can do with Escobar and Dragon Lee. A lot of good moments, and plus, I think that I agree with you with the whole. I think this heel move is a good chance for Escobar to showcase his talents, showcase his mic work, and he might be having some people join him in the future as well. I think some NXT guys, but overall, I thought this match could have been longer too, but I mean, overall, decent, good match.
Yeah, it was just short. That's all it was. But
Yeah.
like I said, yeah, Santos is going to be a great heel in the future. Obviously, he's going to be feuding with the LWO probably through Mania. So see what happens here. I don't know if it'll be. I don't know when. I think he'll probably fight Carlito at the Rumble, maybe, possibly.
Well, I don't know what made them do the late switch from Dragon to Carlito.
Yeah. Maybe he'll also fight Carlito at. There's another event in Saudi in January, so maybe he'll fight Carlito there. I don't know, but he's gonna have to fight Carlito, and he's gonna have to either recruit the other members of the LWO, or he's gonna have to go get Angel and Humberto.
But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
But yeah, he needs a little bit of, obviously, just for regular heel tactics. He needs somebody behind, somebody else flanking him. Feel me? But yeah, that's it for that. Next match on the card was Rhea and Zoe Stark. And this is what I feared what would happen with Zoe Stark. She just literally, I hate to say it like this, but they kind of like sleptwalk through this match for real. Like, there was nothing special in this match at all. There was no real false finishes that had me believing Zoe could actually. There was nothing to show me that Zoe could actually be a credible threat to Rhea's reign. And I knew this was going to happen. Like, they're just not going to present Zoe properly in this match, and it's not going to go over well in the future. And she's going to be out of the title picture for some time now because Liv is coming back soon. Raquel is still a threat. Becky is also free now, and it's Rumble season anyway, so the person who's going to dethrone it is going to hop into the picture pretty soon. Jada's also getting ready to hop on screen too. So, what do you think about the match, though?
Yeah, nothing much too memorable with the match. It's pretty much just a walkthrough. I mean, we didn't get too much to show off for Zoe as well. It was just Rhea making sure she solidifies her title reign again. It's like, I think I said this before, and I don't know if you said it also, but it's been more interesting with Rhea involving Judgment Day than Rhea by herself. Like, some of the defenses hasn't been very memorable, but her moments with Judgment Day have been more memorable. And I think WWE needs to try to not only, they're doing a good job building Judgment Day as a group, but they need to make sure they build individuals. They did a good job with Dom, Damien, JD. They need to focus more on Rhea. Well, Rhea needs to do a better job as well. Just making sure her lone character can stand up, especially with the title defenses and such. I feel like there hasn't been a good kind of match defense for her lately. Maybe it can change next pay-per-view or PLE, but as of right now, nothing too memorable.
Yeah, it's just there's nothing for Rhea to really be in at this point. There's no meaningful feud, so obviously, like they said, they announced that they're going to build up Royal Rumble for
2 months. Yeah.
I'm cool with a slow burn. Shouldn't be a lot of title defenses in between then. Maybe Gunther defends his title once. That's probably going to defend it 3-4 times. Yeah, but I'm kind of ready for the Rumble here. But the final match of the night was the men's War Game match with Judgment Day. You had Priest, you had Finn, you had Dom, you had JD McDonough, and then you had Drew McIntyre. And on the men's side, the face side, you had Sammy, Seth, Cody,
It's
Jay
just
Uso, and the return of finally, the return of Randy Orton. And as for this match, it was very underwhelming. I'm not gonna lie to you. In terms of wrestling, I guess Seth started out the match kind of interesting.
Swan dive.
Also, having him start the match was interesting because if we're playing this back injury with his storyline, he shouldn't have started the match. You feel me? He should have been the one to come out last. I felt Jay should have started the match. Either Jay or Sammy.
Yeah.
I felt it should have been Jay. because he really needed the most exposure out of everybody. Um, but then it was a regular War Games match, nothing crazy. And then finally, we had the return of Randy Orton.
At the buzzer.
So Damien basically threw. I mean, for those who don't know, Damien threw Seth through the table. Rhea came out with the Money in the Bank contract as time ran out when Randy was supposed to come out. Rhea came out with the Money in the Bank contract. They were getting ready to cash in. Randy's music hit, and Rhea went crazy. Randy came in straight to work. Didn't take a lot of bumps, but I guess that was just trying to protect him and whatnot. Um, then it was RKO season.
Super RKO season.
Who caught? Well, Dom caught the first one. I think JD caught the second one off the cage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they threw JD off the cage. Randy caught him in the RKO, and then Cody Rhodes delivered the Crossroads to win, which I thought was a wrong decision. But what were your thoughts on the match, bro? I'm chatting right now.
Yeah, not. I mean, I agree with you. It was a little underwhelming. It was pretty much a spotlight for Randy Orton to come back. I mean, that's what people were most excited about. I feel like if he wasn't there to debut in the match, I feel like it would have been as memorable a match as like let's say the beginning of the show, the women's one. But yeah, Randy Orton did his thing. He came through. Everyone, I love the everyone doing the Spike DDT spot as well. That was good to see. It doesn't hurt to see some RKO's here and there. Also, Dom getting jumped. Everyone loves seeing Dom get beat up, especially with his character. So, always I'm pretty sure Michael Cole enjoyed it as well. So, there's a few good spots, but obviously, the return of Randy Orton and someone else was kind of the highlight of the end of that night. So,
Yeah. Like I said, I just thought Randy should have finished the match with an RKO and whoever will let his music play out again. But I guess they want Cody to be the top guy, so he went on top. But that was whatever. And then the final segment of the night was, and I do want to point this out, storyline had Drew leave the ring right after the loss.
yeah, do you show the reports?
There were reports that he was pissed off backstage. He stormed out, blah blah blah.
Because
After
yeah,
that, the reports were he was stormed out after the Punk return. It was very storyline because he stormed out way before the Punk return.
right.
I don't know if people saw that.
Yeah.
Also, storyline was Top Talent was notified that he was coming out, so Seth's rant was a work.
I thought it. I thought they were notified.
That's what I just said.
Oh, they say they were. My fault.
Yeah, everybody who was in the men's War Games match, they were told that Punk was coming out.
Oh, I thought. Okay, so I thought they weren't told.
No, they were told.
Oh shit.
Obviously, this isn't supposed to be like out in the open because
Right.
they try to keep things behind the scenes. But yes, they were told that Punk was coming out, and Seth's rant, him going off, that was a shoot.
Yeah, because that shit was viral everywhere. Just like CM Punk's thing got like 71 million views and shit, and Seth as well. Not as much as CM Punk, but that the internet with the drama and everything. So
Yeah, but because now knowing that they were told, like we know Seth was working, so like okay, this is gonna that's gonna be the Mania match for sure. But the return was very obviously unexpected. I was on the side that said he's not coming out, he's not returning.
you know how I felt.
Yeah, he reports also said that he wasn't returning until earlier that day because that's when he signed the contract that Saturday. So
Your reaction is priceless, though.
yeah, it was a great moment. It definitely threw me off, but I think this is him also being on Raw is going to. I think we have a power struggle now in WWE. Now that I think about it, because Cody's supposed to be the guy. You feel me? Sammy's supposed to be. Well, it was supposed to be. I think Seth had the title, so he's supposed to be face number one on Raw. Cody's supposed to be number two. I think Sammy was three and Jay was four. Both of these returns, these guys both got left easily. now. Like Jay and Sammy are like nowhere in that upper pecking order. You feel me? Like they might as well just be a tag team at this point.
LA Knight probably took a hit with all this as well because they hit. I think he's like fourth and fifth in search sales now.
The difference is, well, I don't know for real, but I'm talking about Raw specifically right now. I'm not even
Oh,
talking
as in general.
yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
So if I'm saying like on Raw, I feel like the biggest draw, which would be the biggest face now, is no longer Seth. It's not Cody. It's not Jay. It's not Sammy. It's Punk. And hopefully he does turn heel. Or maybe we get another heel Seth run. Um, as for Randy, I'm seeing that he's advertised for SmackDown. Hopefully he switches over to SmackDown.
They need him more. Yeah.
Yeah, I think SmackDown needs a little bit more star power, especially because of the fact that they just had Cena. He's gone now. And Roman's not there every week. Roman won't be back. I don't think Roman shows up this week, but I don't think he's back until maybe the last episode of the year.
Yeah.
And then he shows up next year for the Royal Rumble build. But yeah, we're gonna have a power. I feel like we have a power struggle. And granted, I also appreciate this because we have a lot of stars at this point. So now, and I'm gonna bring this up before. Like I brought this up before when I went to a Raw in I want to say 2021. It's probably whenever Biggie was WWE champion, and it was like it felt like he wasn't a star because his music hit. He came out, and I can honestly say that WWE does pipe in crowd noises, but watching the show that I watched on, like when I watched it on TV versus watching it in person, the crowd reaction for when his music hit and crowd difference between in person and on screen. In person and on screen was like you actually heard people on screen. The arena was almost dead silent when Biggie came out. So I feel like the difference now is instead of it just being Roman as the star, and then Seth had a great reaction when he came out as well in person and on screen. Instead of that, now we have Jay, Sammy, Cody getting these big pops. We have LA Knight and Roman. And now you add Orton and CM Punk into that. And now you have 7 credible people with big pops. I'm pretty sure Gunther gets big pops as well. I haven't seen him in person. That's one thing that actually is a little kind of bothering me now.
Right. We don't need the Bloodline or Judgment Day to carry.
But that's the thing. Like now we're seeing genuine pops for everybody instead of it just being the head champ just having minimalist reaction. You feel me? But do you have any thoughts to say on the return? I was talking this whole time.
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, if you watch the watch party we did on Saturday, my reaction was delayed just because my stream was behind. But if you want to see the genuine reaction, it's Elijah's when Punk returned. This is, I mean, like he said, no one expected this. They were everyone but the people inside the ring in the cage in the War Games cage was not told. The contract got done last second, and hey, this is a good surprise for everybody. It's a much needed surprise because WWE has been hiring people, also making good moves left and right. I think there was like a graphic that showed the amount of talent that WWE added the last couple months. Jade, Carlito, CM Punk, Randy Orton coming back. So I think WWE is really looking to make a move, like pick up the steam with Royal Rumble season coming up as well. So, I mean, obviously there's going to be some trouble with CM Punk coming back, but with how he left the place in general. But off the promo off Monday Night Raw, it's nice to see him and Triple H, talk it out, reconcile and stuff like that. So, hey, everyone deserves a second chance in the wrestling business, unless you're certain people. But it's just nice to see, like CM Punk said in this promo, it's nice to see him come home. And who knows, maybe we might get an AJ Lee cameo out of this. Please and thank you. So I'm excited to see where the CM Punk story takes him, as long as they, take your time. Don't rush anything because that's what a lot of people said AEW was doing. Just
For sure.
capitalize on this. Don't rush it. You have the advantage. I'm pretty sure you're WWE for a reason. You're the big dog. Take your time. You're not in competition with anybody. Just do your thing and let it slow burn. Take your time with everything. There's no rush at all. Especially with your heavy hitter PLE's coming up as well. So take your time.
Yeah, man. Like Phil said, just take your time with his return. We don't gotta. Obviously, he's gonna be in the main event, but you don't gotta put the belt on him immediately.
Right.
Just out. I'm pretty sure we'll get an AJ Lee appearance eventually. Don't know when, but she'll probably be on here, especially because we mentioned her last night.
We pop for her too.
It'll be a huge pop for her,
Yes.
whether she's in the crowd or coming out as a wrestler. I don't think she'll come out as a wrestler, but
Hit the music. Light it up. Light it up.
okay. Other than that, I guess we'll do a little dream booking for CM Punk or
Ooh.
Randy, anything coming out of War Games, and get some dream booking. I'll start. Dream booking is Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre. Damian Priest cashes in on Gunther.
Ooh. Would that be at a PLE or?
I think Drew McIntyre. I gotta stop saying his name. Damian Priest cashing in on Gunther at Mania is probably. I think we're gonna get Gunther and Brock Lesnar at Mania at this point. So I'd like to see Damian Priest cash in on that match right there and win the IC title. He's not ready to be a main event player unless. You know what? I take back that dream booking entirely. Dream booking is the next PLE Royal Rumble. We get Seth versus Drew again, and Drew wins the match, but it's like a last man standing match or something like that. Damian cashes in, and he takes the world heavyweight title from that, and that sets up Drew versus Priest at Mania. Obviously, that leaves Finn Balor with nothing to do, low key, but I'm cool with Drew and Priest at Mania. Seth and CM Punk is a feud that doesn't need a title, so that's the only reason why I say that. But yeah, what about you? Let me get something.
Is it for anything or just for the people involved? Well, I don't know if we're gonna talk about Monday Night Raw or not, but we know Cody Rhodes' next opponent is for the next pay-per-view or two. Or PLE. Cody Rhodes. He mentioned he's gonna be. He mentioned he was not mentioned, but he did mention. But he said he's claiming his spot in the Royal Rumble, that Monday Night Raw, and then the vignettes of Shinsuke Nakamura popped up. It was like they're gonna have a good rivalry. I mean, it's good for Cody. Nothing else to do after War Games, and Shinsuke might as well build on his character with this rivalry. But probably, I do like Seth versus CM Punk. There's rumors of a CM Punk and Roman Reigns feud down the line as well. But for me, Randy Orton should be on SmackDown more. He mentioned revenge on the Bloodline. I don't know if he fully trusts Jay, even though they had their talk. So I think the dream booking match would probably be Royal Rumble. We get Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns, obviously, because a lot of on the line. Probably the title, revenge as well. Him taking down the Bloodline or trying to take down the Bloodline, because not anyone that has been a troublesome feat so far. But just keep booking, make sure Randy Orton gets his revenge, because obviously he wants to complete that arc, because he was out for a year and a half or a year or some change because of them, and probably would be a good time to for him to get that since he just returned as a little redemption for him. So
I agree entirely. Randy Orton I don't think he should finish the Bloodline off. You feel me? That should be left to Cody.
Yep.
But it's starting to look like especially when it comes to Mania. Roman's losing that belt. Um, Cody, he's obviously going to fight Roman at Mania. I don't think that's up for debate at this point. But he has allies on his side now. He has Jey Uso, who will probably take away Jimmy. He now has Randy, who can definitely take away Solo. I don't know who else Randy would fight at Mania. But Randy can take away Solo, and then you have now Roman and Cody in a one-on-one, and Roman has no other backup, and Cody basically won that match last year. So I hate to say it because I understand what they're doing with the reign, but it's sad to say that Roman's probably losing his belt and his title reign is coming to an end. If we're talking about fantasy booking as well, though, let me also bring up another point of, I've said this before, LA Knight versus Logan Paul at Mania for the U.S. title. I don't think that's fantasy booking at this point, though. I think Hunter's going that direction.
Yep.
Another thing I want to see, which I'm waiting for, is them to split these tag belts. So eventually, when Finn and Priest lose the belts, there will be a set on Raw. And I don't mind it being around any team on Raw at this point. You feel me? It can go around the Creed brothers. It can go around.
They did a very good job this past Monday.
It can go around the Creed brothers. It can go around Alpha Academy. It can go around New Day. It can go around. Who's the other team in that match?
It was Imperium.
Yeah, Imperium.
New Day.
Oh, I can't really go around Imperium. I don't really like that.
Yeah. Indishare.
DIY. There it is.
In them too. Yeah.
As for SmackDown, you can go easily on what's their names? Street Profits. It can go on Pretty Deadly. It can go on Grayson A-Town Down Under.
Is that their name?
Yeah, that's their name.
Oh shit.
Yeah, those tag belts can go anywhere on SmackDown at this point as well. But it's also time for the Judgment Day to, I hate to say it, but Judgment Day has to be another faction that has to fall soon. And I think this is the problem with factions nowadays, but everybody's just praying on their downfall because once that faction gets very successful, like, I don't know what it is with fans, but y'all start to hate.
Fickle.
Bloodline became a real powerful thing, and they had Sammy, Jimmy, Jay, Solo. You feel me? And everybody was just waiting for the point where Sammy flipped on them, and the downfall of the Bloodline started. And that's what's happening with the Judgment Day as well. They're becoming too powerful. They got a lot of gold. And everybody's like, all right, when is this going to end? Priests don't need that briefcase. They don't need all this tag team gold. I don't know what it is with fans and why y'all just hate on success. Like, just let them have a little run. That's how I feel, though. But the ascension to start in the Judgment Day, I think, starts with Priest winning that World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, plus that double backhanded compliment from Rio. They said, "You tried to lead. Look what happened. We got it from here." His reaction, poof. Also, shout out. Also, R-Truth is back as well. Shout out R-Truth.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up later.
R-Truth is back.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up a little later. My fault, but
And he brought donuts.
Donuts.
Or sorry, jellies, whatever it was.
Jelly roll.
Jelly rolls. There we go. Same thing.
You don't know who that guy is, do you?
No, it's a country music star.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, I didn't know where you were going with that one. But
yeah.
Any other fantasy booking that you
have? I do want to see an LA Knight and CM Punk conversation or a promo. I really do. But now I want to see best of the past, best of the present. I want to see those two go at it on the mic. Personally, I don't know how possible that is, but down the road, hopefully near the future, that gets to happen. I just want to see what kind of promos they would do against each other. I mean, Miz and him was pretty good. Just imagine the level of him and Punk.
Um, I'm gonna say this, and I'm probably gonna. Well, we don't have enough fanfare for me to get that much backlash for this. But these LA Knight promos are starting to get a little redundant. And I said this before. Miz did not lie in his promos.
Flavor of the month, yeah.
Miz did not lie. And I still love LA Knight, but
Yep.
it's getting to that point where the promos are redundant. So
I mean, also as soon as Randy and CM Punk came back, I feel like he was forgotten as well.
I don't think he was forgotten. He just didn't really have a spot on the card because he wasn't in a War Games match, so he didn't really have much to do. But again, I will say this: I love LA Knight. I don't hate him, but Miz did not lie in his promos, and it's starting to show. But again, I'm still here for LA Knight. Um, who else is there that we can talk about? Nobody really else. The mid card undercard is a very weird spot on Raw with Bronson Reed and Ricochet, and I guess a lot of superstars were forgotten a little bit this Monday with all the fanfare. But I don't know. Raw looks like it's in a good place heading into this Mania season. I keep hitting my laptop, but yeah, Raw looks like it's in a good place heading into this Mania season, and I'm excited. The I'm excited to see where the product goes on Raw. As for SmackDown, gotta wait to see what happens on Friday. You're not an NXT watcher, right? For real, right?
Here and there, I'm starting to watch more though.
All right. Well, I guess I'm the NXT. I'm the NXT. I'm an NXT guy right now.
I know Wesley has a match tonight to try to
What's
get.
the match tonight with freaking Bronson Reed? Um, there's a lot of players from Raw in that match. Gargano's in that match as well.
Yeah, 4 more North American champions.
Yeah. I'm not watching the match. I will obviously tap into NXT a little later. I still haven't even fully watched all of Raw, so I got to do that. But I know that. Do you know about the Trick Williams and Carmelo story where Trick was attacked backstage?
And they didn't figure out who did it yet, and people were pointing their fingers at Carmelo.
People are pointing fingers at Melo. Yeah, they released a video tonight, and it was not Melo in the video.
Was it Lexus King?
Yes, it was.
They kind of made that shit a little too obvious.
Yeah,
Because
but I mean, I knew it wasn't going to be Melo because WWE pulls this angle all the time where it's like, I forgot who it was. I think it was Roman. I forgot who he was feuding with at the time. I think it was Samoa Joe or something like that. It was Samoa Joe, and a light fixture fell on Roman. A car almost hit Roman. Everybody thought it was Samoa Joe. The whole time it was Eric Rowan and Daniel Bryan behind it or whatever. It was just a weird thing. But WWE pulls this angles all the time where it's like it's somebody who you really think it is. Like even when Taker got hurt in 2010, he was out with a concussion after a match with Ray, and everybody thought, oh, this is Ray turning heel because they said Taker got taken out after the weekend or whatnot. Storyline, it was Kane that did it. So, it's always somebody unexpected.
yeah,
So,
I feel it's a little too obvious because why would Lexus King be brought into that moment in us expecting that to be him? Maybe to throw us off, but I kind of figured it might have been him after he tried to like bridge a wedge between Melo and Trick.
Yeah, but
and he's fairly new. He just showed up like a couple weeks ago.
He's not new. He's been in the business before. He's somebody.
I mean NXT, yeah, because he was AEW like a month ago or 2 months ago.
No, I don't think it's that. Brian Pillman. I forgot who his. I think it's Brian Pillman is his father or something.
Yeah,
he's been in the industry, so he's not like brand new to this. So like we're not.
right.
It is what it is, though. I still think this leads to Melo turning heel.
Ooh, Melo turning heel.
I don't think it makes sense for Trick to turn heel. Yeah. But it's pretty soon that I think one of them gets called up. I will say that I love how Shawn Michaels is handling them after they lose their NXT title. So like, because normally after you win the NXT title, that's your crowning moment to now, like you're primed to get called up to the main roster. And a lot of the times when they do win the NXT title and get called up to the main roster, it feels like something's missing from their character, something missing from them, period. So I guess having the main title in NXT and then having a run after the main title in NXT is helping them build their character even more. So when you get to the main roster and you win that big championship, now you know what to do after the fact. So the fact that like not Bronson Reed, what's the guy's name? Braun Breaker.
I was like, what has he been up to?
Braun Breaker he's been in feuds on NXT, and it's like it's showing that he still has something to do, so he can still be a star without the title, which is why I think Shawn Michaels is handling that well. Like I said, Mellows is still a very prominent figure on on NXT without the title now, and he's not even in the title match at this point. It's Baron Corbin, so I can just appreciate what Shawn Michaels is doing down there. But it's funny to me to say to say the least that NXT is starting to feel more like a third brand at this point instead of a developmental brand. Because for real WWE fans, Melo's a star, Trick is a star, Braun is a star. Dom has the main title, has the NA title on the main roster. Ilya is also a star. You feel me? And you have people coming from Raw and SmackDown to fight on NXT, and it's like now it's starting to feel more like a third brand and a third actual show, and maybe they have to create another developmental show. And it's not to say that like the product can get, I guess the wrestling product can get oversaturated, but at the current state of WWE is not, and it's actually like encouraging and fun to see as a wrestling fan. I'll say that. But when these guys do end up on the main roster, you know, when the Romans are gone, Sheamus is still off TV, but he's been here for a while. Obviously, you know, Randy's he said he's 10 more years left. But, you know, you see the guys who are the top stars now getting ready to hit that tail end of their career. They're starting to head to that retirement tour, for the lack of a better term. Now we have people who are already in our, you know, our I guess, quote unquote developmental program, since it's still that. But like we have stars already coming up, because I already know Trick Williams on the main roster, like he might have to struggle his in-ring skills, but his character, his theme song, is gonna go over great. Mellow,
yeah. Whoop that, yeah.
Braun Breaker, I'm still off for me and him, but I know other people love him, so I'm not gonna complain. Who else is on NXT that's gonna be a star? Ilya Dragunov, when he gets to the main roster, my God.
How do you feel about Tiffany Stratton?
How do I feel about Tiffany Stratton? She's definitely.
Charlotte shouted her out to the pay-per-view, so
yeah, please keep Tiffany on NXT a little longer, because I don't want, like, you already started building up Dakota, Kyrie, and Io as the futures. You also have Bianca, Rhea, you have Raquel. You feel me? Like you have, like, when it comes to women, WWE does this thing where it's like they pick them and they stick with them for like years. I mean, not with the men, where you can have LA Knight get over and it's like, oh, now let's worry about putting the title on him. Or Seth took a few years, got up there, lost it, and then when he was up there, they lost momentum, push him back down the card, and then bring him back. Like the men can fluctuate, you feel me? Whereas you have the women, it's going to be the same Becky, Rhea, Bianca going after this title. I'm not Rhea. Raquel, you feel me? It's going to be the same people going after this title. On SmackDown, it's going to be the same people. So it's like, instead of, I think they need to learn how to fluctuate the women. So they learn to do that. Protect Tiffany as much as possible. Who else is on NXT?
How do you feel about Roxanne Perez?
Roxanne Perez, another one she needs to be protected as well, but she's also very young. I think she needs a little more time because if she was to go to the main roster, she'd be like the modern day Melina. I feel like like everybody would love her, but she'd be so left out for real from everything. I don't want to see that.
You said Ilya. Do you think Wesley is bound to jump soon?
Wesley, no. The issue is, all right, with WWE. Also, I think they need to bring back 205, bring back that cruiserweight division because when you have people like Wesley who are,
5 Live.
I hate to say it for lack of a better term, but he's small. I mean, he's like, what is he? Let's actually look up his tail of the tape here. Okay, he's 5'9", 190. So he's about the same size as like Finn Balor, but Finn Balor's still a little taller. He's a little hockier. Like Wesley looks like Rey Mysterio. Like I just feel like they need another division for superstars of this stature. So even Tozawa can now get on TV a little bit more. You feel me? Um, but yeah, they needed. I just think they need another division to make people of his stature seem a little more believable. Feel me? But I enjoy Wesley actually. So,
Right. Especially when he came back.
um, who else? I guess Dragonov. He's a little more realistic because of his fighting style.
Right.
Um, wow.
How do you feel about Joe Gacy?
He's very raw. He needs some more work. Not in ring. He needs character work though.
I'm guessing you feel the same about the Rock's daughter or niece
He
or
needs everything.
Avery.
The thing is with NXT, you can kind of see where their flaws are. So you can see what they're working on backstage or behind the scenes. You feel me? Like Melo's flaw, he has a promo flaw. I don't know if people realize this, but he has a very huge promo flaw. Um, like he's not ready to get called up at all because of that promo flaw. He's gonna turn into another Ricochet or Cedric Alexander because his promo is just so. It's not terrible, but if it's a scale of 1 to 10, it's like a 4. Like I said, that's a really big promo flaw.
Yeah. Definitely good.
And this is where I say you have Trick, whose promo is more of a 7, 8, but his in ring is more like a 4, whereas Melo's flipped. You feel me? That's all I'll say about NXT. You can see the flaws that they have. So Joe Gacy, he has a character flaw. The Rock's daughter, she's the Rock's daughter. That's why she's on TV. Let's be honest. If she had any other last name, she she'd be in the PC. She'd be
Same with
started.
Santino Morella's daughter.
Santino Morella has a daughter.
Yeah, he has a daughter and niece that's in NXT as well.
I didn't know that.
It's what's her name?
No matter what name you say right now, I'm gonna really just sit here and be like, "Whoa, that's his daughter."
Who?
That's
Bianca Corelli. What's her name in NXT? Ariana Grace. Sorry.
That's okay. Yeah. See, like I said, any name you say, I'm gonna sit here and say, "Whoa, that's his daughter or his niece." I really didn't know that.
Yep, that's her daughter. That's his daughter.
Okay. Santino also was way ahead of his time. We need a spin back.
Absolutely. He's on TNA now, so.
I don't care. Spin back. Break.
I mean, hey,
We had a forbidden door breaking the other day. Mickey James was the Impact champion, and she came into the Rumble in
yeah.
2022. So
Why not? I mean, hey, if they bring back if they can bring back CM Punk and everyone, they can bring back Santino Marella.
that's what I'm saying. Other than that, yeah, I missed all of NXT already. But anything else you want to talk about real quick?
Let's see. You don't watch Raw, so we can't go. You don't watch a lot of Raw, so we can't go over some of the stuff. But
Yeah, I wasn't home last night.
I saw. Um. Damn. Mm, hey, I'm excited to see what's the next PLE. Is it Rumble?
It's whatever the Saudi show is. I don't think it's going to be a PLE. I think it might just be, well, it should be a PLE, but I think the Rumble's the next technical PLE.
Gotcha.
But again at the Rumble, like I said, Seth versus Drew got to be on the card. Lesnar got to be in the Rumble. Gunther got to be in the Rumble. Both of them got to get thrown out, maybe together. I think Punk's the Rumble winner this year at this point.
Yeah, they're already hyping up to WWE 2K24 to be Punk on the cover already.
Punk was on a cover recently, actually. Well, not recently. He was on, I think, 13 or 14 cover.
Hey, 10-year anniversary. Why not bring him? Because it was either going to be him or Randy Orton.
I'd go Cody or LA Knight.
Really? I'm surprised you didn't say Randy. Or
I was gonna say for how they do the
a Legend Edition.
The Legend Edition. You put either Randy or you put Miz.
Miz deserves a cover. Yeah.
Now I say Miz only because of how underrated he is, and I think people need to understand the achievements that he's actually been through.
Yep.
Randy is at that legendary status where he can be a legend on the cover.
Right. If Ray can, Randy definitely can.
Yeah, I just say Miz because I think he's underappreciated.
Right. And he'd have some good matches to go up against in the storyline, just like what
he's a two-time Grand Slam champion. So literally you can find anything. You know what's funny? I haven't even done the Cena thing.
Oh yeah. It's not I did I mean it's not too much, I guess. They throw you for a loop the last two matches though.
I'll get on it eventually. Not really. I haven't turned on my PS5 in a few days actually.
Well, side note, if you don't care enough to do it, you can always check out Ball Central Gaming channel where stuff like that series and get done. So you guys don't have to.
Yes.
Yep. Mamba series, Jordan series, WWE 2K. If y'all don't want to do it, gotcha.
Speaking of gaming, turn this back on. But other than that, man, the 2024 looks bright for WWE. It looks great. We have stars everywhere. So when it comes to PLEs, there won't be dead spots on the card where you got to force a match between freaking. Sorry.
Solo and John Cena.
I don't think that was a forced match.
Actually, what was I was thinking of the last one.
I'm trying to think of not Backlash, but
the one before that.
Fastlane. There was like a forced match on that card where I thought didn't need to be there. I just think that now the next few PLEs we won't have, even after Mania, we won't have any snooze fest matches. So that's all I'll say. Yeah, I'm about to send you some clips right now. I just thought about it. But anyways, we're gonna head out of here. That's all we really got to talk about tonight.
For me, before we head out, yeah, these lives are gonna be more of a thing. Obviously, it's our first WWE one. We do NBAs every Monday. We're probably going to get into the NFL live stream soon. So hey, if you enjoy the content, if you want to know about our content, just follow socials. We usually keep everyone up to date about everything when we go live, when we stream, etc., etc. So drop a follow, drop a like, drop a subscribe, and put on notifications. Plain and simple. If not, it's okay too.
Easily.
We just get started.
Like you said, I'm sorry I'm sitting here about to clip everything right now. But anyways, y'all know where to find us. We are on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Baller Central 4, Baller Central Gaming. All our tags are right here below.
Yeah. Also, side note, I will be on Twitch maybe like 15, 20 minutes to stream 2K. So
okay, so we'll be live on Twitch in a few. I will be sending you some clips. Played some co-op games recently.
Co-op games and as in
Huh?
co-op games as in MLB or
Yeah, as an MLB, like us three played me, you, and TJ.
oh okay. If you're down to play, I run 11. I'm down to play.
I'm not online tonight.
Ah, getting comfortable.
Uh-oh. I don't think you can recover deleted media, can you? Yeah, I just deleted a clip by accident.
Well, yeah.
It was a talking clip though, so we don't really need that.
Right. Okay. So with that being said, hey, we'll probably do these lives more often in WWE because it's a lot less work for everyone involved. So you don't have to
Yeah,
download or upload anything.
sure.
So hey, less work for us, the better. Plus, it's an easy way to interact with whoever joins as well. Didn't get anybody today, but because it was so last minute, so it is what it is. But yeah, hopefully we get more interaction from people. We got a lot of we got some interaction from our TikTok here and there. So yeah, it's been jumping. Follow the TikTok as well. So with that being said, from myself and Elijah, we will see you. I'll see you in the Twitch stream later on, and for the NFL pod, it'll be dropping on Friday. So we will see you guys on Friday. Deuces.